Mom?
No, he did. That's why he yelled at him. Oh my god, that's loud.
Yeah, nah, that shit. Yeah, get out of there.
What looks like just an abandoned hallway, if you look very close to the back left, you'll see it. The outline of a person who had been
Oh, yeah, I see that. Yeah, that outline of that person standing there. You see it?
October Day 11. This is Norman. Around 18 years ago, Norman was built to appear in a music video for the band Interpol, and for some reason, people seem to adore him. However, Norman then disappeared for 10 years. Then, in 2014...
Happens though, you see like the hot tour girl will disappear after a while, you know, that fame gets...
So you think Norman is the same as the hot tour girl? Because
I think everything just got to Norman. You know?
You think?
Yeah.
The pressure.
Yeah.
Pressure of being a dancer.
Yeah.
An auction on iCollector.com titled Animatronic Creepy
so he
Wool
got
Puppet
sold.
from a music video was listed, and sure enough, it was Norman. Norman resurfaced after 10 years.
Norman's been on the drugs or something. Norman's been doing some crack. His eyes are popping out. He's Michael Jackson.
And it was shocking
Rough few years for Norman.
the shape he was in. Despite having a strong fan following, no one bought him, and he disappeared once again for another 5 years.
I'd say Norman's hitting the crap pretty hard. I see he's on those cocaine benders with Charlie Sheen or something. Yeah, look at that photo there. That is a man who goes to the strip club.
Norman's only got one leg at this point.
Norman's all f***ed up, you know what I mean?
Once again for another 5 years. He was then found and acquired by a YouTuber, and, well, the rest speaks for itself.
I have an update on the serial killer who is on the loose right now in California. If you missed my previous videos, essentially there's a serial killer who is on the loose right now in Stockton, California. Currently he has been confirmed to take the lives of 6 people, but it's believed that he's actually linked to a couple of other murders.
Is that a serial killer? Or just someone who's good at what they do? I mean, you run over 6 people, are you a serial killer or just a bad driver?
Most recently though, the Stockton killer actually attempted to kill somebody, but they got away.
I would think they would do that if they were a serial killer.
As opposed to a bad driver.
As opposed to maybe someone making toasties for lunch, if you're a chef. You know.
Her name was Natasha Latour, and she lived in a tent in Stockton, California. The 46-year-old says she was asleep in her tent when she was awoken to the sound of gravel crunching around her tent. She then walked out of her tent where she was greeted by the Stockton killer wearing all black and a black mask holding a gun pointing at her. Natasha then had a fight or flight response where she sprinted towards the killer to try to rush him. On her way towards the killer would duck down and shoot her 9 to 10 times. A train then began to pass by, and Natasha actually found a way to escape. She was trudging along the streets of Stockton where she eventually
9 to 10 times.
Like, we can't say that this is not real, right? But
yes, we can.
what are the chances? You know,
a train.
Imagine all the people who have been shot 8 times and a train didn't go past.
Yeah, 9 to 10 times. Imagine that. You like go back to your boss who ordered the killing. He's like, "What happened? I shot her 9 to 10 times." Oh, good. But she got on a train and literally left. What do you mean? She literally ran, got her bags, waited for the train for 2 hours, and then got on, and she's gone. I thought you killed her. No, she's on the train.
Of course, we do hope she's all right. We should clarify.
She probably isn't. You get shot 9 to 10 times, you're not okay.
Yeah, but you don't get
you're
on,
alive,
you
but you're not okay.
Yeah, but you get on a train.
Yeah, but you're not okay enough to be okay. You know what I mean?
It's called Red Door, Yellow Door. Now, the rules of this ritual are pretty simple. To play, you need 2 people, and 1 person has to be put into a trance. To start this ritual...
Into a trance?
Into trance, yeah.
What's a trance?
Like a
transvestite?
Like when someone hypnotizes you.
Well, 1 player must sit down on the floor with a pillow in their lap. The other player then lays their head into the pillow and raises their hands up into the air. The player with their head on the pillow is then put into a trance. This trance is induced by massaging the player's temples and chanting, "Red door, yellow door, any other color door." You then repeat this chant for several minutes.
So is it red door, yellow door, any other color door, red door, yellow, or is it like red door, yellow door, orange door?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think that this was just made up by someone who was a bit lonely who wanted a bit of touching.
I think so.
Until the player is put into a trance. When the player gets put into the trance, they must then lower their arms to their side, and they will begin to see a hallway in their mind. This is when you start a 10-minute timer for the trance, Because if they're left in the trance for longer than 10 minutes, some bad things could happen. While the player is in a trance, you must lead them through the house
They fucking fall asleep?
by asking them what they see. You're then supposed to tell them to do things like go inside rooms and ask them if they get positive or negative vibes from those rooms. While the player is exploring these rooms in their mind, you absolutely must not interact with anyone that you see in the rooms. While you're playing the game, you're also supposed to avoid any rooms full of clocks, and you're supposed to end the game if you spot a man wearing a suit. Now, I'm going to be playing this game live this Sunday.
There we go. There's the part he's meant to be getting at. Let's get that old TikTok plucked, you know what I mean? Alright, let's get as many people in my life as I can and make up some gay game.
I gave birth to my 7 children. My name is Joseph Fritz, and this is my terrible story. I built a secret basement under my house in Austria. There, I locked up my own daughter Elizabeth for 24 long years. I was a manipulative, domineering father. No one could have guessed what was going on in that basement. I led a double life. A normal husband and father on the top floor and a monster in the secret basement.
So his wife during this, she was just like,
where's our daughter?
Yeah, where's our daughter? What are you doing in the basement?
Yeah.
Surely she's just as bad as you.
Yeah, she's... Yeah.
What the fuck?
During the years I spent with that basement, I committed atrocities against my own daughter. Elizabeth had 7 children. 4 of them grew up with her in that secret basement, while the other 3 lived up...
The other 3 lived upstairs?
He's working 5 jobs. He's working overtime to get the kids fed. His wife is like, I had no idea. Well, I thought he just found the kids on the street. And it's like, no, they're your daughter's kids. And there's 4 more in the basement. And he's working fucking 2 jobs to keep them fed. Okay, he's working hard, Fritz.
Upstairs with my wife and me, unaware of the truth.
Oh, that's just bullshit. Unaware of the truth. Where the did the kids come from? I don't know. The basement. Yeah, good answer, buddy. Stole them. I found them. His wife must be the dumbest you ever meet, man.
Thing changed. One of the girls was born in the basement because Austin became seriously ill.
Who?
But I didn't know that would be the beginning of my downfall. The doctors asked questions. The police and media began to investigate. My terrible secret was revealed. The basement in which I had locked my daughter and children was discovered. In 2009, I was sentenced to life imprisonment. I'm now behind bars where I can't do anything to anyone. My story has shocked the world, and many people wonder how such a crime...
Shocked his wife, too. Who knew but didn't know.
Surely she's behind bars.
Surely I would, like, if I was an investigator and I was sitting there writing it down and he was in front of me and I'd go, okay, so we're going to lock you up for life. You're in there for 60 years. She'd go, why? You knew about it. No, I didn't. What the f*** do you mean you didn't know? Where do you think the guns came from? Huh? There's 7 other things. He's working 2 jobs. He got one at McDonald's. And he's working as a part-time librarian. Okay? What do you mean? Where do you think they're coming from? Are you giving birth? No. Exactly. Something's not adding up here.
What's he called? He's called Lee. He's been through quite a lot of trauma.
That dog there is seeing some shit, man. That dog there is seeing... Is this a prank? It's going to be a fucking prank. I don't know what's wrong with that fucking...
It's a prank.
Dog.
He's quite unusual looking, so... Are you serious? Yeah, I am serious.
Dogs, you fucking what? You fucking what? Huh? I'll rip your guns out, you silly lady.
He just kind of stares into the distance and he doesn't really engage with anyone.
Oh.
He's just really the weirdest dog I've ever seen. Lee, come on, boy. Can you go in and touch them or anything?
Fuck, it looks like a Bigfoot. Give him some...
It does look like
Why
someone...
don't they...
It does look like someone's in like a suit.
You want to have a... Yeah? Yeah. Just hold your hand out so that he gets used to your smell.
It's a bit strange.
It's all right. It's okay.
He just seems weird, like he shouldn't actually be here at all.
No, I think you're right. Well, I don't think he will be here for much longer. Better off.
Lee's like, what? I won't be here for much longer. You're gonna put me down. Try and fucking put me down.
Well, if you know of anyone who's looking for a challenge.
No, he's bored.
That's a human's tongue.
That's a human. Ah,
No, that is.
it looks like a human, doesn't
That is
it?
a human.
It's got to be a human. But how do they get a human? Just
I think it's because of how close Lee is to the wall.
She said, and you know what? What was that?
Alright. Oh! He's having a good old look. Look at him. He's humming you.
Okay,